and we are good to go with Project Highrise again, and let's see how far we get with the scenario we started the last time. So let's move towards the game and see how far we were. At least to remember, we built a lot of renovation and new utility cabinets to actually get water to the pizza place at the top of the building. So certainly at least considerable effort at that. So let's see how it goes for us, and move the display to the game. There we go, and let's load the current game. And we had to have daily revenues of 25,000 or more, 250 population, and at the new fountain. So we still need several changes for the bigger here. So we did janitorial services needed, didn't we? Just build those, would think. At least we built some new utilities recently. So there we had the maintenance office, and here we had the restaurant and all. So we actually do have some more space here now. Yeah, here we do have the janitors. Yes, cleans offices at night. So actually do think that we had cleaning there now, so they should be happier, as the other problem was noise. And we already have the printing office in place too, so they should be commercial printers. Do think we also built that, yes. So we should have resolved their complaints. Complaints would think. Oh, hello there, Riley. That's good to hear, and of course great to see you. So welcome to the stream, and let's continue with Project Highrise. So let's see. We should most probably build an additional floor, as we have mostly filled these, and were there any services we actually wanted to have in that spot. Mall security. Yeah. Customer support, not present, no demand. Car demo booth. wine tasting booth. Do you think that would be very nice? Kind of knife demo booth sounds kind of worrying. You can have quite a few things also for the kind of store services apparently. Bottled water service, at least they haven't requested those. Corporate communication services, quite a few. These also available. It seems we are not currently in need of any of those, so let's keep that free and more start developing an additional floor. It was not quite the intent. Let's still remove those and at the elevators and at the rest of the floor area here. Alright, then we of course need to wait for that to finish. We can add the infrastructure, so we need the wiring closet and the plumbing closet. There we go. And then we can add electricity and phone service as needed, as we do have the necessary cabinets in place. So, and now these are no longer unhappy as we actually this has been getting pretty good amounts of demand. Also the pizza place we built here, like 46 customers, so it should be alright with paying their rent on time, it would seem. So looks good in that respect too. And then we wait for the construction on the new floor to proceed. What were the requirements for actually building the fountains? Consultant upgrade, medium artworks. So all fountains actually require a medium artwork consultant. Let's see how we can add the consultant. Alright, art gallery. Not quite what we need. Art museum, not really. Would require a consultant upgrade, but not totally sure how to get there in the first place. At least clearly requires a bit more. But the tenants appear mostly happy. How have the sales been here? 6 regulars. Kind of low traffic. How is it here? 24 customers. That's actually quite good. Alright, that's getting finished, so let's see if we could put some. We can't yet place a medium store as we need more prestige, so we can place like a small store here. Let's do that and see what kind of tenants we can get. Wine and spirit store, that sounds good. Wines of Bordeaux, fancy French. Albany Park liquors, certainly sounds even better. Let's have a liquor store. Clearly good idea. Have a liquor store in your. Requires electrics, so let's connect electricity throughout that side of the floor. There we go. And these are again unhappy. Commercial printing services needed. We already do have commercial printing services. Yes, so they should just utilize it and stop complaining. Oh, hello there, Camu. Great to see you. Always good to see you all here. So let's see if we can build the liquor store upstairs. At least it's getting built and it's directly above the pizza place, so should be good. And here's the janitor services, so at least you can't complain about lack of cleaning. At least, yeah, they have had the kind of lack of commercial printers at least has disappeared from list of complaints. We also apparently do have like one free place for a small office here, so let's get a tenant there to use the floor space more efficiently. Accounting offices, Novak and Repair LLC. Alright. There we go, one additional tenant on the floor, which of course increases income. Newsstand, and they are doing pretty well also. We are happy making a profit. Good enough. Right, and the liquor store is done. Let's see how that works out. Like, finish your day at the office and go buy the Friday bottle in the same building. Oh, hello there, Ticatron. You also get a wave. Welcome to the stream. Always pleased to see you here. You're pretty regular to drop by, so that's always good to see you. Alright, and we of course have the liquor store here, so new services. Alright, let's see if we can again build like a medium office and one small office on this floor. Let's see if we can get tenants for the medium office. Yes. Medical offices could be had if we had one drugstore, so let's build that on the next floor at least, if not on this one. Mortgage and savings firms, alright. Require 6 stars prestige, certainly not, and 10 stores or restaurants. Alright. Financial offices that we can have. They expect also more services, so we should add the bottled water service. Foundation LLP, pretty high rent also, so let's move them in and add the bottled water service for one further service available for offices. There we go, so you get water in bottles. Apparently people like to drink that for some reason. Looks like the pizza place is pretty popular again. So let's see then, we can, once they finish these, we can add a small office on the same floor, and we do now are also adding the bottled water service, so if they for some reason want to drink water in bottles, they can, which is kind of, maybe it keeps some tenants happier. You could have also bottle something else in bottle from here, so I would think they would be more pleased with that. At least the pizza place seems to be turning a profit pretty well. Alright, we soon can place a small office here. Additionally, there we go. And let's see what kind of tenants we can get. Video game studios. Actually pretty. Expects IT and computer repair services. We should also add that soon. Let's see, have we added two things that we have electricity all through. Let's see if we add. Right, and we are out of what? Electricity apparently, so we should build like more electrical transformers soon. Let's see about that. That was for the phone. let's add like a small one for now. How much was the difference in maintenance cost? Like 3 times, so let's add additional small one here. So now we should at least have enough. The demand is 54, so we are now at 90% utilization, and again, like, nobody has power outage. Unlike they do have phone outage, is it again like lack of phone cabling most probably, so let's add some phone cable. There we go. Works better when phone is actually wired in. So we could also have IT and computer repair facilities. Let's add a bit more floor space underground for service areas, and wait for that to be built. So let's see how it goes with the. Alright, and cable TV. Alright, we do probably need some kind of cable TV thingy. Cable TV. Yep. Let's add a cable TV connection, and we have already the cabinets everywhere, so now we just add a cable TV cable, and that should resolve lack of cable TV. Yes. Indie video game studio sounds familiar nowadays. They do even have some kind of like poster on the wall, and they look much more trendy with the kind of some pixel wall art, so clearly it's a game studio. What would you expect? They are just like reading newspapers there apparently, so once these are built, we are going to look at adding new services like the IT. Right, the liquor store also did pretty well. Revenue clearly is above rent, so. And here they have also pretty good revenues again. Alright, let's see here. Do we have anything else? We can't add much here because it's again too narrow. It's like even the smaller shop. Yeah, the shop especially doesn't fit to think that the very smallest restaurant actually exactly fits into that. So let's see if we add a food stall. Can we get any tenants? Green carnation dumpling stand. Fair enough. Let's see if we have electricity there. Yes, and also add electricity this way. Okay. So how is everybody this Sunday evening? At least was pretty busy oneself with writing the Animus Convention game, and actually got pretty far with that as far as the kind of content needed in place at this point was. So there will be again the QR code game is coming along. Worked on that until had a short break and started the stream, as today actually had time to also run the stream for you all. So we do now have space here. It should be enough for like 2 small offices at least. So let's put them here and see about what kind of tenants we can get. Legal office requires only electrical lines, so freelance software developer, probably higher requirements. Yes, assigned parking space, vending machine, at least one on the same floor. Alright, do not even yet know how to add vending machines. Interesting, so we should do like pretty much average creative office or such. Alright, let's advertise for legal offices and see if we get any legal offices. And we pretty well increased the revenue also. Though we still have expenses per revenue, but we have been building quite aggressively, so computer and IT services, so we could just fit it there once they finish the one missing block of building. So looks good. And do think we have electric and also and phone line on this floor, so should work well in that respect. Right, we can have overlays for noise. Interesting. Alright, pretty much the whole building is quite noisy. Whatever contributes to that exactly. This part is not very noisy, though it's also next to the elevator. Alright. Why is this part then too noisy? Because it's above the offices also, so would imagine it wouldn't be as noisy. Interesting. So let's see. Alright, that's done. So we can add the IT services also to the service offering for offices. There we go. So they can't at least complain that there is no IT service available. Alright, and now we can get more legal offices to move in. fair enough. Next at another floor, but let's speed the time up a bit through the night at least. There isn't that much to do. There we go. Then we should add gradually more floors. And outside construction costs, do think that we should even be profitable, so in that sense it looks like the budget should actually come on the positive, as long as we do not build any additional areas for. Right, and we are again out of phone capacity, so it's most probably upgrade here to a medium phone thingy. So let's demolish the old one. Now everyone is out of phone, and build the medium phone thingy, as the need for phone isn't going to run out anytime soon. There we go. Now nobody should be out of phone. They are unhappy due to needs a greater variety of cafes. Alright. Let's see what it would take to add like a cafe. Like, let's add some underground and see if we can get cafe tenants. Yes. Albany Park Roasters. Fair enough. And Cafe Budapest. Alright, now we have 2 new cafes on the cellar floor. Sounds like something this one would at least appreciate, like a cafe in the cellar. So kind of like a bit more industrial mood to it when you go to the cellar for the cafe next to the maintenance areas. Let's see if the customers proper appreciate it any, but it's like at least this one would certainly go to cafe underground. Seems enticing enough, like at least we now have more variety of cafes if they want to take the elevator downstairs. Seems their satisfaction is again increasing as we build more cafes. We should at some point also renovate the offices again, which of course demand 25. We shouldn't have any problem, except there's no phone cabling there most probably, so of course you Won't get no phone when there's no cable coming into it, so much easier. And now they are unhappy at apparently nothing, so their satisfaction is also increasing. And here we have the IT guys standing around. Fair enough. At least the pizza place has been quite popular. Need more trash bins on this floor. Alright, how do you add those? These are only cabling and such. Trash. Alright, no surprise we can't build it right now because it requires 50. And we do not have even that much, so let's wait to collect some revenue. At least we are getting some buzz for that place. And they have had pretty good revenue, so it's good. There's some buzz about the location. At least something generates positive attention, which is always good. Attic with bats, that would be nice. Like, sounds a bit like Gotham City or such, a bit more gothic than like modernist would say. Alright, and we lowered building costs a little, so we actually almost turned a profit for once. Alright, now we have money to construct such fancy innovations as trash bins. Trash bin, alright. Placing it requires a bit of space, so let's see. Has this place like had what? One customer. Don't think that will be a success, so we are going to instead install a nice trash bin there once it gets maintained next to the janitor's office, because we have also here a food thingy and it's not turning a profit. This is turning a profit, so it's kind of, we should probably reduce the competition a little in terms of those at some point. Let's see. how that goes. Now the indie game studio is also happy, so that's good. Like also the indie game developers are no longer dissatisfied, so seems good. And the liquor store also is making pretty strong profit actually, 656, so they have had even more profit now, so clearly good idea to have a liquor store. There also the pizzeria did really well, like 657, so these are really starting to turn a profit. Alright, can build a trash bin there soon. Parking, alright, that would. Lobbies, alright, you can. Alright, we are soon ready to build the trash bin here. Looks nice. Of course, very important to have a nice trash bin in the building. So let's see then. Can we? Yes, we can now at the trash bin. There we go. And it requires the trash collection room in the basement. There we go, nice trash collection room. Right, the elevator is getting fixed. That seems surprisingly familiar. Like the elevators, of course, never fail. One might imagine. Alright. Good night, Camus, and thanks for joining us again. So sleep well and see you soon. Yeah, it's not really on fire, it's just broken. Unlike when it was really on fire at NFC and already on the early arrival day. So clearly the elevator was not really built to the demands of the furries at all. This is only like now it's fixed. See, there's even an elevator technician on call, which is not the case usually at convention hotels. So in that respect, one should also be pleased. It was fixed quickly and efficiently, which isn't what can be usually said about such things. Alright, here we do now have the waste collection room, and there's a waste basket on the floor with the restaurant that requires it, so should be good. Right. And there's again quite a few office workers present, so we do have quite a bit of buzz, so we can actually do various like run a campaign to increase the number of visitors to your building. Fair enough, let's run an advertising campaign. We also do have Right, we first need to build an interior decorator's office to go for those, so let's see. Decorative elements. Seasonal. Would like to add the interior decorator's office proper first. This is only utilities. Parking facilities. Storage space, alright. Parking. Trash. Maintenance office. Large maintenance office. Movers office, alright. Not there either. Vending machines, alright, that's how you add those. And there you add only services that are useful for the tenants, so not through that way either. Let's go for slightly over an hour tonight with this game, and try to still find how to build the interior decorator's office. These are all art apparently. Interior decorator's office, here we are. Above ground floor or ground floor, so not in the basement. Alright. Was it the same size as usual office? Yes. And here we have the spot where we let's also remove and rebuild that area. So now we can connect phone through that again. There we go. That should be rebuilt so that we can fit the interior decorators office there. Wherever we can found that. Yeah, here it is. Right, soon built, so we can add the interior decorator. There we go, and we got an achievement for that even. Alright, now we just wait it to be built. We fortunately do already have a worker from the construction office taking care of that, so shouldn't be too long either. Then we can work up to like being able to acquire any art really. So in that respect that should work quite well. And now we need to wait some to have funds for additional floors. We are turning a profit, but we also have to keep the construction costs low enough to. Alright, and why they are not happy. Alright, trash bin also needed on this floor. It has already the collection center, but apparently it requires an explicit trash bin. So let's place one on the floor, and has this solved the problems of the pizzeria. Uncertain, but at least there's a trash bin now. Even though it doesn't really appear to be used. Eight customers, so kind of the cellar might not be the best place. We could also like make two. That wasn't the intention. Let's remove those, and instead add a couple of tiles here, so we can also build a trash bin on that end. So probably at least when they are next to one, they should be able to dispose of their trash instead in that. Right. So we can add a trash can also on this floor on this end of all things once that is done. Alright, soon done, so we can add the trash bin, and that pretty much concludes the construction budget for today. Alright, now there's place for a trash bin also there. Let's see if they are more happy with the trash bin next to them. At least they can't complain over it not being available. Let's again accelerate time through the night as there is a little bit less to do, and see how things. Let's see how profitability is. Those two are really profitable. And that place is not. Yeah, it's like only 7. And these are unhappy. More medium restaurants. More restaurants that serve dinner. Catering service is needed. We just had a lunch meeting without lunch. Alright. Catering services, of course, add to the expenses, so let's at least check that out. Gas pipe also needed. Alright, that's a pretty huge one. So we can remove the trash bins and expand that floor a bit, so we can actually build that there. The burger restaurant gave up, apparently not sufficiently profitable, unlike this has been quite profitable. So these demanded catering services, wider variety of restaurants that serve dinner, and medium restaurants, one of which just quit, so kind of sure enough. So let's then see that they finish this and add the catering service at least for offices, and consider more medium restaurants once we have funds to add another floor, as currently it's pretty much the pizza place here, which is clearly happy to be making a profit. Alright, let's wait for that to be finished. The burger place in the cellar was kind of a good idea otherwise, but it didn't attract much traffic. It's kind of putting the restaurant in the cellar, even if this one likes the idea, isn't exactly the way to success. Let's see about the gas pipe connection. Is there any issue with that? Not really. We do have the necessary cabinets and we can just route the gas pipe here. And it requires gas manifold. How much space does that take? Exactly fits there, so we just need to pull the gas pipe from here to the utility cabinet. Actually, we do now have functional gas pipe, so looks good enough. We also again ran out of money to build with, so we need to wait a bit before we make any move with the catering service, but at least we do now have support for gas, probably like for cooking. Sounds effective. Catering services in our tower are cooking with gas. So let's see if we can do anything else. Wait for more funds. Most probably we can certainly take a loan, but it's like commercial bank level would be 400 daily, so it's kind of, we could pay that. But would require really keeping the costs in check, so not totally sure of that, but rather wait like next day with more funds in that respect, most probably. These are again unhappy. We do not really immediately have funds to do much about that, so yeah, they also moved out due to lack of restaurants and catering service. At least these are kind of moderately happy. And so why the noise level is really high on those spots also. It's kind of mildly surprising that the noise level is so high on the middle of the building, especially. Unsure what affects it, because they are mostly like under and above offices, and the noise level is high, and it's clearly evident from other floors that the elevators do not affect it necessarily. So kind of odd. and the liquor store also has clearly sufficient amount of customers, so not bad in that respect. So we do also have like small ficus trees in the lobby apparently. Alright, and again we need to wait for funds. You run out of money. Yeah, certainly, though we are more or less kind of currently have slightly higher operating costs, so we actually need to consider like friendly. Right, you need to scroll the window to get the accept button visible, so now we certainly have budget. After taking out a loan, we just need to make sure we can take the payments, so now we can also add services as needed. We could most probably add a medium restaurant instead of the office, as they complained about the selection of the medium restaurants, and we can add a trash bin next to it, so they can't complain about the lack of trash bins either. There we go, no problem. British pubs sounds nice enough. Paddy Cahills and three horseshoes. Three horseshoes sounds nice enough, and it requires electricity and water connections. Let's provide water. If anybody would go to a pub for some water, do think adding a pub there is better idea overall, as we had the medium office there and they just complained about the lack of medium restaurants, so let's rather add like more of them. This also allows adding another floor quickly now that we actually have budget. So 8th floor, here we come. That was actually not too bad at all. Then we had the elevators, and we need to add the utility cabinets. There we go. utility cabinets in place, so that should be all floor space that way. Let's speed time up while we wait for the floor to be finished. Let's see also the profitability view, and it's actually pretty profitable for most places. Of course the pub isn't yet very profitable, as I don't think it's even open yet. It is, so let's see if it picks up at all. At least we do have the trash bin available on the floor. Of course this serves dinner, so it might not be yet really opening hours for that either. Alright, the new floor starts to be done, so let's again put time on normal. At least they are getting some customers, it seems, now that it's later in the day. So do think we made pretty good progress also. So let's pretty soon save the game and see who we can raid, as we've been doing slightly under 1.5 hours. Alright, now the pub has customers, so actually it's most probably not going to be such a bad idea. It just needed to be pretty late in the day that the pub started really gathering users, so in that respect it doesn't look quite as bad anymore. So let's save the game here and see who we can raid, and see about MTG possibly tomorrow. So save current game, and let's save it under like 2, so we have a new saved game. So let's go to the main menu and see. Yes, we do have a save, so we shouldn't have trouble in that respect. And let's see who we can raid. Most are doing VR chat. Let's see if Nathan Lemur is playing Red Dead Redemption. That would be a bit more interesting than like everybody does VR chat. Yeah, they would seem to be playing Red Dead Redemption. They are somewhere snowy. Snowy with their equine. So let's go for that. So thank you for joining, and we'll hopefully see tomorrow with some MTG, and thank you all for watching some Project Highrise again for a while, and good night. Alright, let's see. Yes, so let's go for the raid and see you soon. You get another wave, of course, always nice. Nice furries joining us. There we go.